Point game.
Who got a point game? No, I had 9, 8, and that was 9.
Rewind.
Was Big L part of Dipset? Was he part of Dipset?
How was y'all? It was like Big L was more the older dude, so he kind of was bringing them around on the rap because he had a deal.
Like Big L was more Children of the Corn, and he had a vision, and it just didn't. His situation wasn't as good as Damon's situation. He was an artist in Columbia,
Right.
and he had a vision of putting a crew together, but he really wasn't in a position to put a crew together because of his label situation as an artist. He didn't have a label deal, and he wasn't really financially backing anybody to put up a label. And it wasn't his fault. I'm not saying that he didn't want to do that. He put us. Big up put me.
He had to get on before he could put anybody else on. So he wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, I was 15.
He was still figuring it out.
Yeah, I was 15 years old. He put me on his album, and here we had a crew called Children of the Corn, and it was like 8 or 9 of us, but we was all from different areas, and it just happened, and then it died down. So me and my cousin Bloodshed, who passed away, and one of my producers, Digger, we just kept the nucleus of that, and we called the Children of the Corn.
Bloodshed would have definitely been Dipset.
Absolutely,
No doubt about that.
No, 100%.
The
But
Bloodshed
Big L,
would have been different.
before Big L was more, like Dame said, I played ball and was running around doing what I do, but Big L was the main rapper in my neighborhood at the time, so this was before Dipset. Kind of Big L died kind of before Dipset evolved.
It would have been, I can't see him not being Dipset, you know, but probably in the capacity of, you know what I mean? He had his own shit.
But that goes back, not to cut you off, sorry, bro. That goes back to Harlem dudes. Big L might have been too proud to be Dipset.
Yeah.
Because he kind of,
he had his own thing.
Exactly.
But it would have been love.
Oh, no, definitely love.
It was always love. See, that's the one thing about Harlem niggas, it's always love. And between Harlem niggas, there's no disrespect amongst each other because we can always talk something out. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's an issue with the Rough Riders or something, like I could just walk in there and D&Y, we gonna have a conversation because that's what men do. We gonna talk directly to each other.
Straight up.
And that, I think, is not just Harlem niggas, that's just real men. You know what I'm saying? But if that doesn't happen, that's not an example of the honor code, honor up. You know what I'm saying?
How do you control your ego in that situation? Because there are times that you have to approach a situation to speak on something or say something.
You have to put things like that in your rear view. There's a bigger picture. You know, it's about positivity at all times. It's about love. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why me and him always got along our whole life. Because while everybody was acting tough, we was always laughing. We always was laughing. And we was always having fun looking out for each other. And when one of us wins, we always happy about it.
Because everybody wins.
It's just we be happy about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's different. Like Harlem dudes like it when they win. Anyone that doesn't like it when your man win, Paul, then you're not really a real Harlem dude. That's not the code that we come from. There's a code, there's an honor. There's a certain thing that we're proud of the respect that we have for one another. And that the love that we give each other and how we take care of our children and how we laugh. Like Harlem niggas can snap on each other for 24 hours straight and won't get mad. They might have crunch, but it ain't gonna be no fighting. Because at another time, they gonna be laughing at somebody else. Everyone gets their turn. You know, like if you could snap, you could be snapped on. Because we just like laughing. We teach each other through laughter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a funny dude. I'm not a funny dude because I'm a naturally funny dude. It's because in Harlem, if you don't know how to snap, you're going to be lunch. Period. Right or wrong? Everybody snap. And the test is, if you get mad, you're a clown. Losing your temper in Harlem means clown shit. And violence is the last resort because it fucks up money. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not a good example. Like, you don't want to do nothing that you don't want somebody younger or your family to do. So what you do, you always got to lead by example. You always have to have a cool head. And you always have to pay respect because you want other people to pay respect. If Cam disrespects me, that makes it all right for other people to disrespect me. If I disrespect somebody, it makes it, you know what I'm saying? But I would never disrespect. That'd be like me dissing my old head Daniel. Like I could never see myself ever, no matter what circumstance. Not, you know, and that's because that's a Harlem thing.
It's gonna be agreed.
It's just the honor up, man, and we live and die by that. It's death before dishonor.
It's a code.
It's a code, and not everybody has to subscribe to that, but that don't mean they got to be in my life. You understand what I'm saying? So I choose to only deal with people that live by that honor code. Anything else for me is not all right for me. But as a man, I'm entitled to have my own perspective and opinion as long as I don't disrespect anybody, just like anybody else is. But if I have an issue with another man, I'm gonna talk directly to him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just where I'm from. I'm not from there. You talk about another nigga about what he did to other niggas and get mad. I don't do that. You understand? But other people do. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And I got nothing but love for everybody, dog.
Yeah.
We black, and we have to start acting responsibly. And we can't react with our emotions. And when people do, it means they in a place of pain. And you have to have tolerance for it. Because it wouldn't happen no other way. Overprojection always comes from a place of pain and insecurity. So I could just hope for whoever feels that someone gives them enough love to get out of that. So that they don't put themselves in a position just based on emotion and the bigger picture is looked out for.
Right.
Everything positive is the bigger picture. The movement Harlem Sticks Together, that's a positive thing. It promotes sticking together. So even if something wrong happens, you still got to make sure that movement still stays public. Right. No matter what. And within, we never having no civil wars. I don't want to see Harlem niggas fighting Harlem niggas and black people fighting black people and people fighting people in general. It's just dumb. Just talk this shit out. You understand? Like, people could talk.
Right.
And then when shit happens, it makes the culture look stupid to everybody else, and then that's when all the doors close. So we gotta do what's better for the bigger picture, man. This violent shit is dumb. And it got to stop. And people got to stop participating in it, man, because it's not good for the bigger picture, man. It's not the example we want our kids to look at. And niggas is grown men, man. I'm 43 years old. How old are you, Ken?
38.
That's crazy.
38.
And we look man cool still. Pause, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never thought 38 and 43 was going to be this much fun. But everything we did when we was young is just so that we can provide this platform for our kids. And that we independent and we still friends. Like, we just kicking it. We just kicking it. It ain't nothing. It ain't no real business happening here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just hanging out. 20 years later, business, whatever, man. Friendship means more than anything. And that was always something we always made clear. Like, even if there was any tension between us on any level, back in the day, we was like, regardless, we always got to talk, right?
Absolutely.
That was always the message. No matter what, we never ever have beef with each other. If anything, it always got to be us against them, but we could always resolve that because that shit is a distraction. We got a lot of positive things happening right now. We making movies. We ain't playing the music game. The music is an accessory to our movie game. And we doing it on our own.
Independent.
The business we are talking about is the next movie we doing, and we both putting up the dough. You know, Cam puts up his own money for his own shit, first of the month. I put up my own money for my own shit. And then as men do, when we do business together, we both put up the money, right?
Absolutely.
And ain't nothing better than to be able to grow up with somebody and still be friends, be able to get money separately, and also be able to get money together as partners.
That's real dope.
And always have enough respect that if there is a discrepancy, we can talk to each other directly.
Yeah.
And that's always how it's been, right?
Yep.
And that's the code and the cloth we come from. That's that honor up shit. That's what we're saying on the set. Like, we just came from a movie set. We just chilling because we just came off the Catskills on location. Making a real movie. And that isn't not a little thing. Like, that's something that, you know, white people do. You know, they go from Warner and you know, and they go to have movie sets and then they go and relax. We live in that life.
Right.
And it's been architected by us. And we've invested in it for years. And we ain't going to jeopardize it for nothing. So any other distractions got to get far away from this movement because the more money we make, the more money everyone makes. Because that's what we going to do when we get it. We give it away. We give the opportunities to people.
Circulate that love.
That's just what we've been, that's what I was taught, and that's what I'm teaching, and that's what I've watched him teach. I can say this, every dude that I've seen that's been honorable to him, that's been around him, whether they was picking up records or anything, they all got houses, man. They all got jobs, they all got livings, man. Their kids all go to right or wrong?
Absolutely, yep.
And that shit makes me proud.
It's documented, you can Google it.
That's means something. That means a lot. You don't see too many people doing that, man.
You see us doing it. And you see us still chilling. I don't care how big the corporation is been backing you. If it's not your money, you're not the boss.